Hello everyone, welcome to our Python Crash Course Activities lecture. In this one, we'll go through a brief overview of the Activities notebook and the tasks inside. This notebook can be found inside of the Python Crash Course folder, which is available within the Course Materials folder. The notebook that we're looking for is just the Python Crash Course Practice Activities notebook. And then below this, we also have the solutions, which we'll go over in the next lecture. But if you'd like to go through these yourself beforehand, then please feel free to do so. If we open this file up, we'll get a notebook that looks something like this. These questions are optional. However, in order to make sure that you're ready before progressing with the rest of the course, as well as to consolidate your learning from this section, I would recommend that you go through and attempt these. I've gone ahead and grouped the questions up into different activities, so that way if you're stuck on anything, it'll be easy for you to come in and see what you need to work on. To start with, in activity 1, we have some questions on data types, printing and variables, and these should be pretty straightforward. And below each question, there'll be an example showing you what your answer should look like. Next, we have some questions on data structures and operators, and most of these are quite self-explanatory. But this question here on the complex nested list might need a little bit of trial and error. Most lists that you'll come across will not be this heavily nested, but this really is quite a tough example to help you practice indexing and nested lists. And also, for these examples where I've asked you to index a list, as well as a few other questions in different notebooks, I've provided an additional cell, and this is just so that you can test out your own code without overwriting the output of the cell containing the example. As we go down our notebook, we have a few other different activities. So we have one here on if, else and else if statements, one on different loops, and then functions, lambda expressions, and then finally activity 7 is a little bit of a larger activity. This one will combine quite a few of the different skills that we've learned throughout this section. Below the requirements and goals, there's a few hints to help you along if you get stuck. And then the goal of this activity is to create a calculator program that will allow us to perform some basic arithmetic with operations like add, subtract, multiply, and divide. And then to help you out with what the program should do, at the bottom there's an example of how the program looks. If you've got any questions or problems with any of these activities, be sure to post them down in the Q&A section below, and I'll be happy to help you out. In the next lecture, we'll go through the solutions for each of these questions. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.